Hello, welcome to Zen Woman. I'm Kirsty Jones, founder of Zen Woman, and today I'm going to do a little bit of talk about stress and how to de-stress. All of us, pretty much everyone in the world has stress in their lives. Some of us, it can be chronic and it can have catastrophical effect on our health, mentally, physically, spiritually, energetically, and even the health of those around us. So a lot of us just think that stress has to be a part of everyday life. And yes, to some degree, we're going to have stress. We're never going to get rid of every single little bit of it. We just don't live in that sort of world anymore. Or probably ever, to be honest. But most of us just accept that these levels are getting higher and higher. We pop pills to sort out the physical issues or the mental issues that are coming onto us because of stress. We take on even more tasks so that we can earn money and more money, thinking that more money will make us less stressed. But actually, you need to work on the inside, because it doesn't matter what you get on the outside. You will still feel stressed and pressure for more and more and more unless you work on internally, de-stressing and feeling better and more comfortable inside. So when we get overly stressed, we will often forget things, we make mistakes, we get snappy with people. Generally, every aspect of our life suffers when we're getting highly stressed. And this happens to all of us, mind and body, but we don't really work on it. Or we think, I'll just take a few hours off this afternoon and then I'll go back to living this intensely stressful life, and I'll wait until it builds up and builds up and builds up again, and then I'll take an afternoon off. But why are we waiting for it to build up? Why are we allowing that to build up? Why are we allowing these illnesses to come into our bodies? These heart problems, these respiratory problems, digestion, insomnia, depression. Even now they've realized that the stressfulness, the hormone cortisol, excessive levels of this constantly in our brain when we're stressed and get agitated, it means that our body produces more of it all the time. We just think it's a normal level. And the problem with that is that it leads on to dementia and other mental illnesses when we're older as well. So it's really important for now, for your future, for your family, because when you're stressed, you cause stress on them. Think about what you're doing to your husband or your kids, how better your whole family could be if you actually de-stress a little more and a little better, a little bit more mindfully. So some of us think that sitting in front of the TV or playing a computer game de-stresses us. There's an aspect that it does release some tension, but I wouldn't call it a total de-stress, and I wouldn't rely on that alone. Actually, sometimes watching a film or a computer game or something that gets you a bit hyped up results in higher cortisol levels again in your body, because your body is reacting to the tension in the program that you're watching. So if you are going to watch TV, make sure it's something feel good or something that's light-hearted if you're using it for relaxation, or something educational, because then we're not sort of getting hyped up and stressed up with the film, stressed out even with the film. So it's important to be mindful of what you're using as a de-stress at the moment. Again, social media and things like that are actually incredibly tiring on the brain. Even if you're not getting stressed out by it, every little thing that you see, your brain has to decide whether it wants to look at it or not. That decision subconsciously tiring you out time after time after time. Every single thing that you scroll through, it's hard work. It tires you out. And being tired out isn't the same as relaxing. Oh, lost my bracelet there. So it's important to actually de-stress. So there are a few things that you can do to help you feel less stressed every day, or whenever you can. Simple things actually help to reduce our stress. For instance, having good lighting when we're working and stuff. We're not straining, we're not hunching. This sort of motion, that creates more stress in the body. The mind will follow the body. So if you're sitting in a position that's creating tension, you'll start to feel that tension in the mind. So make sure that you're sitting comfortably if you have to sit down for long periods at work. Take time out to give the shoulders a roll, work through the joints, things that you need to do: to head from side to side, take a look away from the screen if you work on the computers too long, make sure that you have good light and fresh air, or circulating air, so you don't get stagnant chi or energy. We can use colours, so certain colours make us feel more calm, whites and blues. I mean, there's a whole colour therapy thing that you can look into if you want to go deeply into that. But yeah, wearing colours and surrounding yourself with colours that make you feel more relaxed and calm is great. With regards to work, it's important to delegate and to know your level. People will always put more and more on you if they think you can handle it. There is no shame in saying, my plate's full, I can't deal with that. Or, delegating something else to someone else. Even if you have to do the really busy week at work, maybe it's time to ask your husband or your partner or your parents or someone to help out for that week at home. Or if you have a really busy weekend, there's really no one that can help you, schedule a time out at the weekend where you have a whole day of de-stress to reset yourself for next week. But make sure you don't just try and do that every week. You need to try and do small things through the week to fend off the stress, because otherwise you're still going to get those physical issues from it. So don't worry about asking for help. It doesn't make you a failure. It makes you strong and confident and happier. And also, don't be a perfectionist. Now, a lot of us are guilty of this, and it stresses us out to no end because we're not perfect and we generally don't create perfect things, but we still expect it of ourselves. So try to be a little bit more imperfect and try and rejoice in that. When you make a mistake, I made a mistake. Try and have a joke about it. Or do you judge everyone for every mistake that they make? Probably not. So why do you judge yourself? And if you do judge everyone else for it, there's something you need to work on as well, because we're not perfect. But actual tasks that you can do. Yoga. We all know yoga, meditation, tai chi, anything that gets you gently moving and stretching, working the tension out of the body, will work the tension out of the mind. And work with your breath and meditation. Again, great for your mind. Another thing is to be social. So some of us, if we're busy, we tend to cut out our friends, or we just don't feel like we have the time. But sometimes it's taking that 10 minutes, even if you can't go out and meet them, a little Skype conversation or talking on the phone, just to feel that connection again and relax. And sometimes you might love your husband and your kids, or your wife and your kids, or whoever's around you. Sometimes you just need to get out of that and talk to someone else. And it doesn't mean you don't love them. And it doesn't mean that these people, your family, aren't still your best friends. But sometimes we just need to break free for a small while and have a different bit of input, where we're not the mum or the wife or the daughter or the employee or whatever it is, where we can just be the friend. Another thing that's great is obviously hobbies, particularly creative things. We do love to be creative, and there's no real purpose in it. If you're not making something for the point, we're just baking because we enjoy baking, or we're just going to paint because it's nice to paint. This is amazing for relaxation and de-stressing, just for the sake of it, just because you enjoy it. Great. Another thing obviously is massage. So you can do this with your partner or your kids or your family or whoever, or for yourself. Again, releasing tension in the body and the mind. And the last thing is to give to others. So do something for someone else that makes them feel good, not because it will come back to you, although it probably will, but more because making someone else smile is psychologically proven to give us a boost in our happy hormones, because we've helped someone and it makes us feel good. So even if they never return the favour, you're still doing something good for yourself as well as doing something good for them. Plus, you're a nicer person, and who doesn't want to be a nicer person? So try and do these things daily, as often as you can, and try and just incorporate more of it into your life. You may find that not only do your stress levels decrease, but you become more productive when you are working. You become a better parent or partner, or just person in general. Your relationships improve, your understanding and connection with other people improve. Your physical issues may start to go away or lessen. You may find yourself with more energy, more vibrancy. You feel more creative, more positive. It's amazing what taking a little bit of stress out of your life can really do for you. So important. Amazingly important. So take some time out now to plan your de-stress. Don't just think to yourself, yeah, I'll do that. No, do it now. Get your diary out, plan some times, find out where your local classes or hobbies are, when your friends are free, research some massage oil that you can use to self-massage, whatever it is, do it now, because tomorrow will never come. And we need to make this change for the health of everybody. So thank you for watching and listening. I hope you find this really useful. And I will see you again in the next video.